Hey guys, what is up? We are back for another weekly grocery haul and meal plan. Today we are actually at Walmart, but we are also going to be going to Aldi as well. I have a lot of Christmas cookies that I need to make this coming week, so I have to get all the things I need for that. So I will be sharing with you my weekly meal plan along with the Christmas cookies that I'm going to make, and I'll let you guys know which ones I'm going to make. If you are making any and you haven't yet and you want some ideas, I'll let you know the ones that I am making, and I will share with you everything that I bought for my weekly meal plan, as well as the ingredients that I also had to buy for the cookies. So please make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and let's go shopping. Okay, here we are. If you guys are used to watching my hauls, you can see that we have quite a bit here, and it looks very, very different than it usually does. So like I said, I went to Aldi, I went to Walmart, and I also had to stop at Wegmans because Walmart was missing quite a few things that I still needed. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We'll start with Aldi over here, our produce. I grabbed 2 packages of the Baby Bella mushrooms. I'm going to use these in a couple different dishes this week, including a cream of mushroom soup. So I need lots of mushrooms for that. I grabbed a package of green bell peppers. I have a package here of the green onions or scallions. I'm going to use that also in a couple dishes. I have here 2 bunches of bananas. We use these a lot for breakfast. My husband takes them to work. My son also eats them every day. He's been doing much better with the bananas. Behind that, I grabbed some Roma tomatoes here. They finally had them at Aldi, although I did go to their different one, to be fair. And then over here, to finish off the produce, I grabbed a bag of the yellow onions. I liked this one. It actually looks like there's like 6 in there, and I feel like they're good sized ones. I usually feel like I see them and they're less. I'm sure they're weighed. I know they're weighed, but I don't know. This looks like a good package to me. Anyway, so that is our produce from Aldi. And then let's just slide right over here. We have a few cheeses. I have Swiss cheese, the sliced Swiss cheese. These are going to be for sandwiches, particularly for my son, but my husband too. And then I have some American cheese. My son eats that as well. And I have a block of cheddar here. And along with our Parmesan, I buy this pretty much every week because we eat pasta every week. And that's nice to have. My husband likes that. Behind that, I grabbed the roasted garlic hummus. Let me know in the comments if you like all these hummus and which one is your favorite. My favorite is definitely this one, the roasted garlic. And we're going to be using that in sandwiches. I'm going to make some like veggie paninis later. I just grabbed a jar of sauce, the 4 cheese. This is like one of their cheaper sauces, but that's why I like it because it's actually pretty good and they have a couple different flavors. So I went for the 4 cheese today. Peanut butter, I grabbed one of these creamy peanut butters. I don't normally buy this kind of peanut butter. I usually buy the natural ones with the oil separation, but this is specifically for Christmas cookies. So I wanted to cut costs just a little bit, so I grabbed this instead of the natural peanut butter. Oreo cookies. I'm going to be making like a Yule log, cookies and cream style Yule log. So I grabbed some of these. These are the Aldi brand Oreo cookies. Aldi also had the family size double stuff that I saw this week as well. the actual Oreo brand. Let me grab this because I just jumped off the table. So, okay, so I grabbed here for our paninis that I've mentioned the square sourdough loaf. For some reason, I don't know why, the square is cheaper than the round sourdough, but they're basically the same size. They're all pre-sliced, so I like the square one because if you look at it, it's a good shape for a panini sandwich. And behind that, we have our regular whole wheat bread so my son can have his lunches and toast in the morning. We slide right up top here. I grabbed a bag of the white cheddar cheese popcorn. This is like the smart food. This is really good. I haven't had this in a while, so I kind of was jonesing for it. I grabbed one of these so we could have a snack. And then right underneath that as well, I grabbed these extra cheddar baked turtles. They're a lot like the goldfish crackers, and these are for my son. Also for my son are these awesome squeezes that we get every single week. We have assorted flavors, they're organic, they're great. They have fruits and vegetables, and some of them, like this one, have like the oat and flax in them as well. And underneath that, we have a package of diapers in size 4, you get 82. They have all different sizes. They also have smaller packages too, if anybody was wondering. Eggs. Again, Christmas cookies need eggs. And right in front of that here, I also grabbed a bag of the steamed sweet peas. I like to use those. I like to keep a bag in my freezer. I like to use them for things like stir fries or fried rice. I am making fried rice. Chicken nuggets, needed to grab those because my child doesn't like to eat any other proteins right now but chicken nuggets. Here we have butter. I grabbed 3 pounds of the salted butter. And as well as I grabbed this here, the like K-cups. This is the dark roast. This is for my husband to take to work as usual. And they also had their Barissimo coffee on sale. So I went ahead and I grabbed one of those as well. Sliding over a little bit more, this here is the Castlewood brand. I like these because they don't have nitrates and nitrites. They are uncured and they're a pretty good quality. Like, they taste really good. I haven't tried the chicken breast. I usually buy the turkey, but I figured we would give the chicken breast a chance. And I feel better about giving it to my son if it doesn't have like the nitrates in it and stuff, you know? So then only a couple more things I got from Aldi here. I grabbed 3 of these bags of coconut. I'm going to be making some like coconut truffles as part of my Christmas cookies, so I had to grab some of those. I wish they had the finer shredded ones, but I might just throw these in my food processor and blitz them so they're a little bit finer and not so large flakes, you know what I mean? Next to that, they're all upside down. How embarrassing. But I have some chocolate. I grabbed a bag of the semi-sweet chocolate morsels, as well as I had to grab these almond barks, again, because I make truffles every year, and I'm doing like peanut butter truffles and stuff like that. I'll share with you guys later. If you watch to the end of the video, I will list off the cookies I'm going to be making this year. So I have 1 white, and then I have 2 of the chocolate almond bark chocolate coatings. And then the last thing I got from Aldi this week was I grabbed 4 bags of this confectioner's sugar. Once again, for cookie purposes, I'm going to be going through so much confectionery sugar, so much butter, so much flour, so much everything. It's a whole extravaganza. So moving on then, that is it for what I got from Aldi. Oh, one more thing from Aldi that I skipped right over. I grabbed this heavy whipping cream. This is going to be for soups as well as I need it for a couple cookie recipes, just a little bit here and there. Now, let's go ahead and we went to Walmart as well. That's where I started this video. So from Walmart, I grabbed this rotisserie chicken. This was one of the refrigerated ones. It wasn't like one of the hot, fresh ones. Usually they'll put them on sale like by the morning, but I guess all the ones that were on sale are gone already. But I grabbed this just so my husband could you know, break that down. And then he's been wanting to take them to work with him instead of sandwiches lately. So he'll break down the chicken, and I also grabbed a bag of vegetables, which I will show you in just a bit. And he cooks those up and he mixes them. So, you know, chicken and veggies, nice and healthy. I had to grab one of these safety locks. Guys, let me know in the comments if you've tried this and if it's good. This is literally, oh, don't mind the screams. This was literally the only one that Walmart had today, so I had to grab it to keep my kid out of the, under the sink, you know, where you keep all the cleaning supplies. Next to that, another non-food item, if you guys are unaware, which most of you probably are, I am a licensed cosmetologist. So I have a really big thing about hair products, particularly shampoos and dry shampoos. But I'm not gonna lie, the Not Your Mother's brand is actually a pretty cool product. I like it a lot. The ingredients aren't too bad, and it doesn't leave too much of a residue in your hair if you have darker hair, because my hair is naturally a dark brown. So when my roots grow in, you can see it. Just make sure, you know, you hold it back at least 6 inches from your hair, and that also helps reduce any kind of white buildup that you might get from using a dry shampoo. But yes, I like this one a lot. And then I also had to grab some more coffee filters. These are the number 2. They have number 2 and number 4. The number 2 are the smaller ones. I have a Ninja coffee maker, so those fit nice in that. I grabbed just a small bottle of whole milk from Walmart as well because I needed a little bit for a cookie recipe. We don't really drink regular milk like this in our house, so I didn't want to waste a whole thing, so I just grabbed a little one. I also grabbed a jar of the raspberry preserves, making thumbprint cookies, and that's what those are going to be for. Also the like Italian rainbow cookies as well. A spice that I grabbed, and a seed. I need to buy a mortar and pestle, guys, seriously. But yeah, aniseed, this is also going to be for some cookies, and I could use it in a lot of other things I can think of. I grabbed 2 of these. These are like their cheap nonstick cookie sheets. I have a couple, but I think I'm gonna get rid of them. I bought them at the dollar store like ages ago, and they're all warped. So every time I try to like bake, you know, like a flat cake, one side comes out really fat and the other side will be really skinny, and it's not worth it. I had to grab new ones because I'm going to be using those, or again, those Italian rainbow cookies. And then I grabbed 2 boxes here of the corn checks. These are going to be, you know, for like the Muddy Buddies, puppy chow, reindeer chow, that kind of fun stuff that people make during the holiday times. I always make a big batch of it, and I distribute it out to my family and friends. Right here, we grabbed some ginger. And then the last thing I got from Walmart was these 2 tubes of wrapping paper, the gift wrap. These were only $1, so I grabbed them. They're super cute, and they had a couple other patterns too. You can see the one is Christmas trees, and the other one is poinsettias. All right, so last but not least, we're moving on to Wegmans. Wegmans is a regional grocery chain. If you are unfamiliar with Wegmans, here is that giant bag of veggies that I was talking about. It's a 4-pound bag, and this one is the California blend. They also do like cauliflower and broccoli florets like that, but I grabbed this one because it's mixed vegetables. I grabbed these here buttermilk waffles for my son just to have around. Aldi was out of literally all of their creamers this week. So I really wanted to get the sugar cookie one, but everywhere was out of that one as well. So my next option was I went for the white chocolate raspberry because that one is one of my favorites for sure. I also had to grab the Wegmans brand soy milk because the Silk unsweetened soy milk that I usually buy was all out as well, and I already went to 3 stores, and I don't want to go to another one to find it, so this one will have to do. Again, for cookies, I grabbed this meringue powder. The meringue powder I use particularly is to make royal icing because I do make sugar cookies as well. So I like to do that instead of having to mess with tempering egg whites and things like that. It's just a lot easier. almond paste again, and this is another like pricier item. I was a little disappointed that Walmart was out because Wegmans charges a little bit more for it, but I only needed to grab one this time, so it is what it is, you know? Right next to that, we have these cute, fun, festive Christmas M&Ms. Those are also going to be going in that reindeer chow. Last things right here is I had to grab a couple of spices. These are spices that I don't use a ton, because they aren't as common in this area as they could be, so they are a little bit pricier for the most part, but I find these in like the international aisle at Wegmans because they are so much cheaper than if you found them in like the spice aisle, like these jars. You can find a lot of good like ethnic spices in the international aisles of grocery stores. Just a little tip if you were unaware. So we got the garam masala. I don't know how to say that, but I grabbed this because I'm going to be making chapli, which is traditionally a Pakistani dish, and I will explain that when I go through my meal plan. As well as I grabbed some green cardamom. Here, this is for cookies as well. I wished I could have found a smaller bag. This was expensive, guys. This was like $10 for this thing, and I hate it so much. But it was literally the only cardamom I could find in 3 stores that I went to. But that is it for this week's grocery haul, and if you guys need some meal plan or Christmas cookie inspiration, please stick around. I have it coming for you right now. Okay, here we are with this week's weekly meal plan, and this is the week before Christmas, so we are going to have pretty normal meals this week, but I will share with you my Christmas cookies. For breakfast, we are going to be able to do toast. I also bought some of the waffles. We could do that as well. And so toast with peanut butter or a waffle and banana. For lunch, I have options. I can do peanut butter and jelly. I can do tuna. I can also do turkey and Swiss sandwiches or chicken nuggets even, and that will be served with a yogurt or a squeeze for my son. For dinners on Monday, we're gonna do some fried rice with chicken. I still have some chicken in my freezer from my last grocery haul, so I'm just going to cook up the rest of that, and I will throw that in with some fried rice. Tuesday, I'm making a cream of mushroom soup, and I will be serving that with some mushroom, onion, and Swiss paninis. Wednesday, I will do some garlic meatballs and spaghetti with that jar of sauce that I bought. Thursday, we are going to be doing some breakfast paninis. I have some extra eggs and things like that, so I will just cook up pretty much the leftovers that I have laying around to make some like breakfast paninis. Friday, I'm going to be trying out a new recipe, chapli, I don't know if anybody can pronounce that. So what it is it's basically a ground meat patty, and it's got a little bit of texture. It is traditionally a Pakistani dish. I like to try international foods from time to time. It's been a while since I tried something new like that, so I figured that doing a chapli kebab would be an interesting thing to try. Saturday, my husband and I are going out to finish up some Christmas shopping for family, so we will probably be going out to get food that day, so I'm not really planning on making anything. And then on Sunday, we are going to be having veggie paninis with some homemade potato chips. The veggie paninis are going to be with the hummus and you know, the leftover veggies like peppers and onions and things like that. And then, like I said, I'll serve them with some homemade chips. Okay, and here we have the Christmas cookies that I'm going to be making this year. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of them, and I do this every year. It's a whole extravaganza, like I said. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is doing some of those Italian rainbow cookies. You know the ones. Those are the ones that have the red, the green, and the white. And they also have that layer of like jam in the center, covered in chocolate. So I'm gonna be making some of those. Everybody always asks me for them for Christmas time. Everybody loves them, so definitely gonna make those. And then I'm gonna make some sugar cookies. I like to do the soft sugar cookies. These ones are awesome. This recipe is great. And I will post a link to all of the recipes for these cookies down at the bottom. I unfortunately could not take credit for any of these recipes, but they are ones that I use time and time again, a lot of them. So then, for this I'll also be making with that meringue powder, the homemade royal icing for the sugar cookies. The next cookie I'm gonna do is the, you know, traditional holiday thumbprints. Those are the ones you stick your thumb in, and they have like the jam in the center. So I'm going to be doing apricot and raspberry, like half and half. Next ones, I'm gonna be doing another set of thumbprint cookies. These ones are going to have like an eggnog cream in the middle. Next cookie I'm gonna do is Pfeffernuss, which is also known as like a German pepper cookie. It is pretty similar to gingerbread. It is a spiced cookie, so I will be making those as well. They're coated in like powdered sugar. The next one, oh, and I did leave off my list, I'm going to be making some of the soft gingerbread cookies as well. I love the soft gingerbread cookies. They stay soft for such a long time too. They are awesome. I highly recommend if you like the soft gingerbread. And then I'm gonna make a couple truffles. I'm gonna do some coconut truffles with all that coconut that I bought. The shredded coconut, it'll be covered in chocolate. I will also do some of the peanut butter truffles. People also like to call them snowballs. I know they're also referred to similarly to like buckeyes in certain parts of the country. So they're going to do some peanut butter. I'm going to do some peanut butter truffles, and I will probably do some in the white chocolate. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna do white chocolate, which one I'll do regular chocolate yet, but we'll do that. And then the last thing I like to do when I do my cookie mixes, cookie platters for friends and family, I like to throw in a small bag of like the reindeer chow, or you know, they like to call Muddy Buddies with the Chex, the powdered sugars, the peanut butter, the chocolate. Throw some like festive M&Ms in there and you're good to go. It is such an easy recipe. If you guys need something quick dessert to whip up for a party or anything like that, try the Muddy Buddies. And then last but not least, this isn't a cookie, but I'm going to be bringing this to a Christmas Eve brunch at my mother's house. I'm going to be making a cookies and cream Yule log. So like, you know, the roll, they're like a giant ho-ho type thing. They have the cream in the center and then they are covered in chocolate. They're supposed to look like a log, essentially. So, and this one is particularly going to be a cookies and cream flavor. So that is it for this week's weekly grocery haul and meal plan, and also my Christmas cookie meal plan as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, thanks so much. I love you. Bye.